So I think one question I had was after I was listening to Nate's session as well this morning. She was talking about how uh, she received furniture this morning in the morning delivery. It was broken, and then she hadn't cleaned up the vibration, and then a week later she got another furniture delivery and it was broken. And so this is just something so simplistic like a furniture delivery, but she has such awareness that
Yes.
she still not cleaned up the vibration of receiving broken furniture. She kept laughing because she kept saying, "Wow, I created that," and I just laughed, and I was like,
Yeah.
"So I don't know about feeling like what I've done in the day. Like if I receive broken furniture, I'm not aware of I need to go clean that up somewhere. I wanted to understand what does it mean by like something happens, how do you immediately go clean it up? What does that
Well, if it's,
word?
well, the thing is, clean it up means you've got a negative belief somewhere that is activated. You got to clean it up. You got to diffuse it. You got to diffuse negative momentum. Anything, all manifestations, every single manifestation that happens during your day, you are manifesting something or the other every second. Every second there is a manifestation happening in your life. Now, if there's no movement, you think there's no manifestation. But there is manifestation. This fan in my room is still there next minute and the next minute and the next minute. I am manifesting this fan being in my room every single minute of the day. Okay? So when something happens that upsets me, I don't want it there. Why did this happen? That's an indication that I have activated something that I now need to clean up. You can ask, you can just sit and close your eyes and ask, what do I need to clean up? And your inner being will tell you what that is. Your mind will tell you what that is. But if you're not receiving any answers, don't worry about it, because the solution to everything is alignment. So I don't have to work too hard to find out which particular belief is creating this manifestation. All it means at the end of the day is that I was not aligned. That's why this happened. What do? Find alignment. That's it. Don't overcomplicate it. Because, I mean, how are you? It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
We have millions of beliefs about so many things. Everything, every thought you think is a belief. If you think 70,000 thoughts in a day, which is what they say an average person does, that's 70,000 beliefs.
Yeah.
But when you sit down, when it hits you, oh, why was I thinking that? That's so negative. Why was I thinking that? Why did I say that? Oh, now you're onto something, because now you've pinpointed something specific that you can work on. But when you can't pinpoint something specific to work on, then just look for alignment. And alignment comes from so many things. There are so many ways to find alignment. Let's count them on our fingers. Number 1, look outside the window, look at nature, something in nature that you can appreciate. Number 2, most people eat at least twice a day. Appreciate what you're eating. What are the blessings in your life? Number 3, that you ignore that are there. The fan that I just talked about has been sitting in this room in my study for years. When do I take time to appreciate the poor fan? I don't. I should. Blessings, those are blessings. So these are 3 very simple ways in which I can find alignment. And number 4, this is the fun one. Number 4, go to sleep. do some pre-paving and go to sleep. And you will find relief. And relief will lead to alignment. So there's so many ways. And lastly, number 5 is anchors. In the book Thrive, I talk about building thought anchors. What are thought anchors? Thought anchors are based on the 6 thinking choices, are events that have happened in my life in the past that were amazing, beautiful, and every time I revisit those events, my vibration changes towards the positive. So I anchor those. I anchor. What does anchor mean? Means I practice those thoughts so many times over and over again that they are easy for me to reach for. The whole concept of the fire drill for the mind is based on this philosophy. If you practice a thought, it's easy to reach. Most of us practice worrisome thoughts a lot. They are easy to reach. So we've got to train ourselves to reach for some other type of thoughts. So those are 5 ways that you can look for alignment without working on your beliefs. How awesome is that? And then, of course, there's meditation. So 6 ways that you can shift your vibration, find alignment without working on your beliefs. But if a belief comes up, sit down and do a 4-step process. Don't ignore it. Don't brush it under the carpet. Work on it. But we don't have to look for negative beliefs all the time. You will drive yourself nuts, Samuel, if you sit down and you start asking for all your negative beliefs. You can't. So don't even try. They will automatically come up in your conversation. Somebody will say something that will trigger something in you that says, oh, I behave like that too. That's not positive. I guess I got to go work on this. And then you work on it. So what do you need to clean up? At the end of the day, the thing that we need to clean up is our vibration. Any which way you can.
Then if I use the example of furniture, right? Like if I had to talk myself into cleaning it up at the end of the day, I would just say, but there's wonderful furniture delivery services everywhere.
But it's not about the furniture delivery service. You could be thinking about some annoying person and your furniture delivery person would make a mistake. Yeah. Everything is linked together. That's why we don't need to get specific. Just look for alignment. So my furniture delivery wasn't what I wanted. I guess I was not aligned. How can I be aligned? What can I think about in this moment that helps me to be aligned? And was there a specific belief? Do I have a specific belief about people who deliver furniture, that they're careless, they don't care what they're doing? Does that make sense? So that's why I'm saying all you have to do is use one of those 6 strategies to find alignment. Work on a belief when it comes up. So at the end of the day, when you had a crappy delivery, Anu, you can ask yourself, was there a negative belief that was activated? And it will come up, and it doesn't have to be related at all to furniture.
Yeah. So what you're saying that it doesn't have to, this is the interesting part that I'm still trying to uncover, is it could be anything else in your day happening that could have resulted in that playing out. So you just scan through at the end of the day, you look at your what happened, and you kind of like try and figure out, all right, well, I had these things happen. It could have been the result of something else I was working on during the day, and I need to just get to a place of calm and peace. And the work, I think it's what I'm understanding from tuning in.
So the end goal is always alignment, alignment, alignment. That's it. Any which way you can find it. And all subjects in our life are connected. Everything is connected, which is one of the reasons why law of attraction seems to be complicated. Samuel, it's the light bulb analogy. Everything. So Anu, light bulb analogy I talk about a lot in this group is when you turn on a light, it lights up everything in the room. You don't tell the light bulb, oh, please do not touch the fan in the room. That's your vibration. You turn your vibration on, it will touch every subject of your life. There's no selectivity when it comes to vibration. When you are on a vibration, that's the vibration you're on. You don't like it, your manifestations will tell you whether you like it or not. And if you don't like it, change it. And we just talked about 6 ways that you can change it without having to figure out which belief to fix. Where the beliefs that need fixing will automatically rise to the top. You will see, once you start understanding what is negative and what is positive, which is something I used to be confused about, because I thought when I said I don't want that person to be horrible to me, I thought I was being positive, but I was being negative. So once you understand what is negative and what is positive, you will start spotting your negative beliefs. What happened to me was I decided just to shut up and stay shut up, because it seemed to me like everything coming out of my mouth was negative.